Hello and welcome to analysis of the recent Bitcoin move up. So we have a couple of different scenarios to choose from, basically. And the first scenario here is we have an impulse up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically continuation for higher prices, and we are now looking to finish green wave 4, so that is a lower degree of the green wave 3, or rather the black wave 3. So here we are waiting for finishing green wave 4, as I just mentioned, and this scenario is that we have a W, a combination, so W and then W, X, and then up Y to finish a higher degree, X. And after that, we wait for Y to finish wave 4. So that is one possibility. We also have slat here. This is on a 6-hour chart. And this is the same beginning, like a W, X, but then we have a wave A, up for a B, and down then for a C. So, I mean, the difference here is that we basically go a bit higher in this scenario than this one. But nonetheless, we are looking for lower prices before we move up. And this doesn't really have the highest probability because of this X wave. And you can see that the X wave is a bit shallow. So if we check the common targets for X wave, you see that we don't really reach the 78.6% fib here. We reach only the blue 61.8, and that is a rare target for an X wave. So that means it's a bit shallow. And also that we hit the 70 fib. And you can see here, this 70, we hit that with the X wave, which means that it has lower probability to be a deep double zigzag down. So that means that we are looking for a sideways correction. And in a sideways correction, it is uncommon for X wave to be this shallow. So therefore, this has a bit higher probability than this one. And also we have this scenario. This is the same count, by the way. All are looking for higher prices. But here we have a W, X, and then we have A, B, C, D, and E to finish as a triangle. So wave Y, if we start with a zigzag in wave W, wave Y can be a zigzag, flat, or a triangle. And in this case, we have wave Y as a triangle. And here, this is the same count as the other ones. It's just that in this scenario, we go straight to a triangle. And this has a bit higher probability just because in a triangle, it's more common for the C wave to be complex. So here we have a pretty straightforward ABC, and also the wave up to B is pretty much straightforward, an ABC zigzag. But here you can see that it's a bit more complex, like a double zigzag. So that is more common for a triangle, that the C wave is complex, and that fits the count as well. Yeah, we will just have to wait. If we move below this C, then this is invalidated. Then basically we go over to another scenario, maybe this one or the other one, depending on how the structure evolves. But basically all these, and this one, also I forgot to mention that this one has the exact same count. It's just that we have a finished WXY. But this one has a bit lower probabilities, because if we finish wave Y here, this counts better as a double zigzag. And in a double zigzag, if we don't take out W here, it's not really probable that this structure is finished. And also, we had the invalidation for deep double zigzag correction, which means that it's not really probable to have another zigzag in wave Y. So, I mean, it's only probabilities and everything can happen, but you get the idea. So, and also we need to count this as an impulse up if we are finished here. And this doesn't count well as an impulse up. This is more a correction. But we also need a bearish scenario, and that is the one I explained in the last video, that if we count, this is on the 2-week time frame. So if we count Bitcoin to have a finished 5-way impulse up here, and then an A, B as an expanded flat. So if we count this as a probable scenario, then we need to count this move as an A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to a finished wave C. And then we're looking for downside, which means that this structure needs to be an impulse. And this doesn't count well as an impulse because we have the highest amount of volume here in the end. You can see there here, which is uncommon, and that is more common for an extended wave 5. And this doesn't count well as an extended wave 5. So this has a higher chance of being corrective. But nonetheless, we need to have a bearish scenario because even though we are dealing with probabilities, everything can still happen. But this scenario basically gets invalidated if we touch the 886 here. So here you can see the 886, and if we touch this, then basically this scenario is invalidated. This is a hard invalidation for the scenario, like to go over the start here. But if we touch the 886, then it's very unlikely that this is a scenario. But this is basically looking for lower prices and taking this count into account, basically. So here we are looking for a wave C, and then you can see here we need to move down to very low prices to take out basically this A for a wave C if we're not dealing with a running slat. But more of that later if that happens. So, and also we have this scenario, if we count this bearish as well, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish C, and we have 1, 2, looking for a 3, and then a 4, and then a 5. So we have a diagonal, leading diagonal as a wave 1, and then 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. But this doesn't really have the highest probabilities as well. And this is, the invalidation here is basically, taking out the start. I mean, we could end it here, but then we could count it like 1, 2, 3, 4, like a bigger diagonal. So it's more safe to have this as an invalidation, even though you can argue to have the invalidation here. But yeah, so basically, to sum it up, we are looking to finish this green wave 4 that has the highest probability, either as a triangle, a finished WXY, a WXY as a triangle, a WX flat, or a WXY. So still ranging a bit more, and it's not uncommon either for time. You can see here the wave 4 compared to wave 2, and we are only at 127 basically fib time, and that isn't long at all. So I mean, a wave 4 can reach up to 3 or 4-ish kind of fib time without having to be concerned about the length. So we still have a plenty of time to go before we are done here. So it's no rush. But basically looking for higher prices. That is our prediction. So yeah, thank you so much, and I hope this video was helpful to you. Bye bye.